You got me. I'm the razor-shaped fangs of the defiant dragons. That's a rebel! When did you get your memory back? Oh, around the time you guys were talking about there being no wind. But you gotta give me credit for making up all that testimony off the top of my head. Are you prepared to tell us the truth now? Well, it's true I parachuted down to the inner sanctum. But I banged my head on impact and ended up unconscious outside the ritual curtain. In short, all my eyewitness testimony was a big fat lie. A big fat lie?! Oh, and by the way, long time no see, UT. Wait, they know each other? Your Majesty. This filthy rubble belongs in a jail cell. Oh yes, of course. Bailiff, seize them at once. Seems you really have forgotten the will of the dragon, huh, UT? But I haven't. And no dogs of the Jahren regime are gonna lay a finger on me. Hurry up! Musik aus. Deploy all available resources. I want all units placed on high alert. Darf ich mal anmerken? Juti! Was ein scheiß Spitzname! Juti! The escaped prisoner escaped again. The police force has been placed on high alert. He will be caught before long. An escaped prisoner who escaped the law again after giving a ton of false testimony. Talk about a troublemaker. He really pulled a number on all of us. What was the point of all that anyway? Well, I can't help but feel that the entire episode was an enormous waste of time. Your Majesty. Perhaps it was not as great of a waste as you might believe. What makes you say that, Prosecutor Satmari? That's a rebel dropped something as he made his escape from these halls. That scrap of paper looks awfully familiar. These appear to be direct orders from Dirk. From Dirk? The rebel leader? Oh, but we only have a small corner of it. Wait, I remember now. Your Majesty, I've seen that scrap of paper before. You have? The scrap of paper that's a rebel dropped is a part of this. Dings. Hier. Wir haben noch den fehlenden Teil. And this is? I found it at the scene of the crime. It appears to be a copy of the order that Mr. Rebel dropped. If we put the two together, we should be able to read what the order says. Oh my. Oh Mann. Ich habe einfach nur so oh my gesagt und dann sagt er oh my, oh my. Oh, was ist das denn für ein Zufall? Oh my, and just what does it say, Mr. Wright? Siehst du aus, als ob ich Koreanese lesen kann? I can't read Koreanese. Oh, Prosecutor Sabmadi, if you please. The ignorant lawyer has not bothered to learn our language. Very well then. I do not understand. Well, what does it say? Using the lamplight as a landmark, he was to parachute down to the inner sanctum. Upon the rite's completion, he was to don Lady Kira's robes and make his escape. What? That is how he was to escape from prison? So, if I were to assume that Mr. Rebel was the one who killed the High Priest, then maybe it was because me tried to thwart his escape plan? Oh, foul lawyer. I'm afraid that is simply ludicrous. Huh? I didn't say anything! Did you just read my mind? I know how your prudic mind works. Unfortunately for you, however, now that the rebels' escape plan has been revealed, it is clear that the rebel is not the High Priest's killer. How can you be so sure? Erstmal beten. If only you would use that putrid brain of yours every once in a while. That the rebel's plan could not have worked without the help of a certain individual. What do you mean? I'm speaking of me, of course. Had that rebel simply donned Lady Kira's robes and made his escape alone, he would have been far too conspicuous. But were he by the High Priest's side, the faithful citizens praying in the plaza would have had no cause to suspect anything. It is, therefore, unthinkable that a rebel was the High Priest's killer. Ow! So then you're saying the High Priest was, oh, I cannot bear to say it. I'm afraid it is so. He numbered among the rebels who threatened our kingdom. How could this be? The High Priest? A rebel? There must be some kind of mistake! Let it go, and move on. Let it go and move on. Accept the truth, it is the only way. And that goes double for you, defense. Cease your futile battle now. And why should I? Because I will not put the final nail in the coffin of the accused. Now that we have eliminated that rebel from our list of suspects, there's only one person that still remains. The accused, Maya Fey. Hold it right there! Aren't you forgetting something important? Something important? Please do explain, defense. We can't end this trial without looking into die dritte Person. Mann! I'm talking about the true identity of the Lady Kira we saw in the seance vision. If that wasn't the rebel, then who was it? That matter has already been resolved. It has? What's he talking about? It is as I have maintained from the start. There was no third party in the seance vision. Objection! But there was another Lady Kira there besides Maya Fey. We all saw her. What the? I can't do my finger point! Hm. Du und deine scheiß Zauberperlen! It is time to let it go and move on. Your fate has already been sealed, much like your arm.
Kannst du mal aufhören, Frozen zu singen? Das hardly seems fair. Und das klingt scheiße bei dir.
It is quite simple once you consider where the victim and the accused were at the time. If the victim was near the spring with his back to the accused, what would he see ahead?
Besides the water itself, there's nothing but the robot statue.
Precisely. The Lady Kira we saw in the seance is the Wabat statue draped in her sacred robes.
No way!
The accused wanted the false Lady Kira to appear in the seance vision. Before she came from behind and stabbed the victim with the dagger in a reverse grip.
Well, why would the accused want to do something like create a false Lady Kira?
To show it to the victim as he was being slain.
And what reason would the accused have to fool the victim she was about to kill?
It was not the victim she was trying to fool. Musik aus. It was this very court itself.
Come again?
Suspicion would not fall on the accused if it looked as if another Lady Kira was there. And the defense was foolish enough to fall for it. It claimed it was a third party in disguise.
Are you saying...
I am. It was all a cleverly wicked scheme, perpetrated by the accused. A scheme in which she sought to use the seance vision to mislead us.
Das ist ja scheiße! This can't be happening!
What a face you are making, defense. I'm surprised you are taking this so hard. After all, did I not clearly state a while back that you were chasing after naught but a deluded fantasy? Something has occurred to me, you see. And your allegations of a third party are but a deluded fantasy.
You're telling me he knew this is how it would turn out all the way back then? And that he was just waiting for me most effective moment to spring it on me?
Do you understand now? I have had you dancing in the palm of my hand this entire time.
It can't be! This is an outrage! You took your royal priestess sacred divination seance and used it to commit this most foul and despicable murder?
No! I did nothing of the sort! Maya! Nick, it's not true! I didn't! Cease this ugly display. Your fate is sealed now that the facts have been exposed. Your Majesty, the time has come to convict this criminal who only seeks to taint the sacred hall.
Indeed, it seems this trial is over. Does the defense wish to offer up yet another counter-argument or something?
The accused is not the killer! And, here's why. Now what do I do? I've got nothing!
It would appear that the defense has run out of arguments to make.
I thought for sure that rebel was the killer. The only person with a possible motive, the one dressed as Lady Kira, has vanished. And I've got nothing to use against prosecutors about this argument. Damn it! I can't lose now! Not like this!
Very well then, I shall now render my verdict.
But
wait! Please, wait! I'm begging you!
It is time to let it go and move on.
This trial need not be drawn out any longer. The defense has failed to counter the charge filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defense Culpability Act against the defense. Now then, this court finds the accused, Maya Fey, and the defense, Phoenix Wright, guilty. Your Majesty, please forgive the interruption, but... What is the meaning of this? A body has been found. In the Plaza of Devotion, Your Majesty.
What's this?
A body? What happened now? And we found this, sticking out of the victim. Why, that's Lady Kira's robot dagger. Lady Kira! She has returned for the trial, and what's more, she has come to defend the rebels. Peace!
Well, it would seem the dagger that was once lost has now been found.
I have one more thing to report, Prosecutor Satmadi.
Yes?
This dagger. It bears the fingerprints of Maya Fey on it. But what? But why would Maya's prints be on it?
I cannot believe it. Yet it must be true.
Is something the matter, Prosecutor Satmadi?
This trial has run its course and the accused's guilt has been firmly established. However, it would seem the defense was right about one thing. I was? You claimed that the murder at the Inner Sanctum had been carried out by the rebel hunter masquerading as Lady Kira.
I did say something of that effect, but what of it? Prosecutor Satmadi, are you suggesting what I think you are?
I believe the true identity of the rebel hunter who has been masquerading as Lady Kira is none other than the accused, Miss Maya Fey.
What? Me? What?
I realize how shocking this must be. Looking back, however, I now realize there was much that pointed to this fact. The rebel hunting Lady Kira was first sighted about 2 years ago, and the accused first came to our kingdom 2 years ago as well.
But why that timing matches perfectly?
But there is more. That warning letter was found in the High Priest's bedroom 3 days before the rite. Despite his house being locked up tight that night.
Objection! How does that prove anything?
It is difficult to believe an intruder could have found a way to enter such a secure house. However, the accused was known to come and go freely there, mainly to prepare for the purification rite. Abatemi was an important figure with a ton of duties, including training acolytes. He was really kind, even to a foreigner like me. He even invited me over to his house whenever I was between training sessions. The accused could have easily left the house unlocked for herself without anyone noticing.
No!
Scheiße. If we assume that the accused was Lady Kira, then more than establish her motive for killing the High Priest.
Yes, the victim was secretly an insurgent, bent on helping that a rebel escape, after all.
Precisely. That made him a target of Lady Kira's wrath. And after killing the High Priest, she then unleashed her divine justice on another rebel. So it seems the scope of this case has expanded. We now have 2 murders perpetrated by Miss Faya Fey, masquerading as Lady Kira.
Ach, du bist doch scheiße! If Miss Fey is indeed a serial killer, it would affect the severity of her punishment. In light of this, I believe the second murder must be investigated before we can proceed.
As you wish, your Majesty. Maya Fey, I hereby charge you with the second murder. May your defiled soul feel the weight of your sins.
A new murder charge on top of a guilty verdict? It seems the defense will live to see one more day. Talk about hanging on by a thread!
Come tomorrow, for a more terrible punishment awaits you.
I hereby suspend these proceedings so that the second murder may be investigated. Until the conclusion of this new investigation, this court is adjourned. Ganz toll. Wunderbar. Das ist ja wohl die schlimmste Situation, die einem passieren kann. Oh, meine Fresse. Und ich muss jetzt hier das Ganze splitten. Schön, dass das 2 Parts werden. Aber okay, mache ich doch gerne für euch. Aber gut, dann soll es das jetzt gewesen sein. Egal ob positiv oder negativ, Bewertung wäre gern gesehen, das was meinerseits. Und wir sehen uns das nächste Mal wieder. Sehr geil.